Hey, Daily Dosers. Want to share with you a couple of thoughts from James chapter 5, verses 7 to 9. And it's a passage that speaks about this thing that we all love to exhort others to have, but we hate to experience ourselves, and that is patience. Because whenever I'm having to have patience, that means I want something done that has not been done yet. If I'm kind of going, well, I wish it was done now, but no big deal, I'm not really living in the realm where patience is needed. I'm living in the realm where I'm simply waiting and it's no big deal. You see, biblical patience is what is called for, not when we are waiting, but when we are waiting a long time and often when we don't see any results. And that's the time where our faith has the opportunity to grow and become stronger because we're trusting God to do exactly what He says. Or we have the opportunity to take things back into our own hands because His timetable in this important issue is not moving as quickly as we wish. Listen to what this passage says. I love the illustration that's used here. Be patient then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. And then here's the image He gives us. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rains. You know, this was written in a time where there wasn't the irrigation that we have today. This was written in a time where you planted the crops and then you just had to hope and pray that God would bring the scheduled rains of the season. And for a farmer as well, things don't happen every single day. I mean, when you step back sometimes and see a little bit of growth in a week, you go, wow, that was amazing. But if you just look at the crops right now and just say, well, come on, nothing seems to be happening, that's what you're going to be experiencing because nothing seems to be happening. And isn't that how life is lived often? When we have these important things, and to a farmer, nothing was more important than that crop. If it didn't bear good fruit, you didn't eat, you didn't live. And for us, we find ourselves in situations that are incredibly important. And we just look at it and go, God, where are you? God, where are you? God, where are you? And He says, wait. Learn the lesson of the ancient farmer who planted the seed and then had to step back and let God and let nature do what God and nature was going to do. And when they did that, the crop came up. If they got frustrated and stepped in and said, man, nothing's happening, and dug it up and tried to plant it somewhere else, think how silly that would have been. And yet that's kind of what I can find myself doing, and I bet you can find yourself doing sometimes in impatience. But He has one more little kind of Easter egg in this passage you wouldn't expect. Listen to what else He says. You too be patient, stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near, and don't grumble against one another, brothers or sisters, or you'll be judged. The judge is standing at the door. And I think, why did He add that? And then I realized there's really two problems when I'm patiently waiting for the Lord to do something I think is important. Number one, there's a faith issue. Am I going to trust Him? But number two, there's often a relational issue, especially with those closest to me, where I find myself when I am in the shortest, most stressed out kind of positions, grumbling and not getting along with the people that I love most. Be patient, wait on the Lord, and be kind and get along in the meantime. You'll be glad you did.